Hello, I'm here. I wanted to make a video because I'm I'm feeling a little conflicted right now about my agoraphobia and what the fuck just happened. um, so as we can see, I'm still alive. Hi. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I know. We'll see how long that lasts. But, yeah, I've been going through a really tough time lately mentally. And so, but that's besides the point. We already know that. I want to talk about I just want to talk about agoraphobia, right? So agoraphobia, we all know. How do you get over agoraphobia? Exposure therapy. What is exposure therapy? Desensitizing yourself to a situation or a location, place, thing, whatever, to the point where you feel no anxiety or very, very small, minimal anxiety when you are there. And you can do it, right? You can go to that place, do that thing. So, I've had agoraphobia since I was 13. First homebound episode when I was 14, and then again when I was 16. And that was when, it was like 5 years. So I've been struggling with agoraphobia for 15 years now. Since 2008. It's, well, I guess not quite 15 years. 14 and like a half, 14 years. I was 13 years old when it happened. And I'll be 28 in October if I make it that long. Long story short, let's see if I can make this long story really short. Met this person online, been talking to them for a while. We voice call, it's nice. They live 30 minutes south of me. And, like, roughly. And when I first heard that, I was like, damn, I'm not gonna be able to hang out with this person, like, anytime soon down there. Kind of already figured that. But of course, there's always hope that, like, that can, like, not be the case. For an agoraphobic person who has not been to that area since, like, middle school, beginning of high school, no, middle school. I was in 8th grade the last time I went to, like, Tampa, right? And that's where this person lives, in central Tampa, Florida. I live in Florida. Hey. So, I was like, And they messaged me tonight, and they're like, hey, like, do you want to try to come over? Tomorrow's Labor Day. I have tomorrow off. I was saying, like, I was hungry, and they were watching a movie, and I was like, oh, I've never seen that movie, da-da-da. And they're like, hey, like, come over, and we can spend time together, and, like, actually, like, meet in person, and, like, chill. I've never met this person in person before. So there's that anxiety. And then on top of the fact that they live a half hour away. And it's nighttime. Like, it is literally 3:27 in the morning. I just got back at 3. And I've just been trying to calm my body down. Because I did a lot of, like, exposure therapy tonight that I was not planning on doing. I had already went bowling with my friend, like, an hour or two before this. So I had already gone out and been surrounded by a lot of people. I was already a little, like, not drained, but, like, that for me, that was a very anxious situation. The bowling alley is not very far from my house, mind you. We got to the bowling alley, like, I had to wait in the car and, like, let myself calm down. I had to, really just try to not let it completely overwhelm me to where I wouldn't be able to participate. And I got through it, but it took time and a lot of patience on me and my friend's behalf. So when I get home, this person is like, let's hang out. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I would love to. Because I do. Me, Ashley, I want to. But this side of my brain is like, good luck. So the person drives up here. They know about my anxiety and they know that I have agoraphobia. They don't really know much about agoraphobia, and I feel like they don't know the extent to which I have it. Like, they even said themselves, like, they felt bad because they didn't know, like, how bad, like, this situation, like, was. And I'm like, yeah, I'm generally pretty vague with people because it's something, like, I want to come off normal, right? Like, I don't want people to think, like, I'm this weirdo who, like, can't function in society and, like, can't go places. I, want to come off as neurotypical as possible, even though, like, I'm the furthest thing from that. I try to present myself in a way to where people don't suspect that it's, like, that bad. Unfortunately, tonight he saw that it was that bad. So I don't know. I'm a little perplexed though, because so I went further than I thought that I could down this highway that, like, I kept having to pull over and turn around, and, like, it was like I would make myself, I would get really anxious, DPDR, dissociate, all the, panic, and then I would calm down, and then I would go right back up because we'd try again, and then I'd calm down, we'd pull over, go into a parking lot, try to ground myself, and then we start driving again, and it's like I felt like I couldn't calm down properly, and even now I'm still, like, trying to calm down, and I've been home for over a half hour, and I'm still trying to calm down. Like, my body still I feel exhausted. That was the furthest I have gone down that road. Like, I haven't gone down that road since 2016 like that. I don't know. For me, like, I was proud of myself in that way because I'm like, damn, I can make it here. Like, I never thought that I could make it, like, that far for, like, in, like, that short amount of time. Like, we drove for, like, an hour maybe. But to them, it seemed like, I don't know, because they even made a comment of, like, we didn't really make it that far from your house. And I'm like, what? Like, we made it so much further than I thought we would. And they're like, that, like, this wasn't the goal, like, to, like, do some, like, exposure therapy. Like, the goal was to get you to, like, my house and, like, for us to hang out. I'm like, yeah, that's true. However, like, I still see this as, like, progress. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it wasn't, but to me, I feel like it was, because I showed myself that if I'm resilient, I can still, like, go places. I just have to keep trying and not give up. And it's really hard, and it's exhausting. And it takes a lot of patience, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of people are not willing to put in that time, that effort, and that patience with you. A lot of people are not that patient. Like, I told them, I was like, I can probably get to your house. It'll probably take me, like, 10 or so more hours at the rate we were going. And no one has the patience or time for that. And it's something that I even said, like, over time, it's something I'm gonna have to work on and desensitize myself with. And they don't understand that, and that's fine. It's fine. Because I don't expect them to. They don't deal with agoraphobia. And people don't understand it until they've dealt with it. Because it is an irrational fear. I know it is. It's this huge irrational fear that I have that makes absolutely no sense. And it is like just so out of left field. And that's why a lot of even mental health professionals don't understand it when I try to tell them about it. And they try to tell me what they think it is, or sometimes they literally just are like, what is that? But for me, agoraphobia has been the most debilitating thing on my life. It's what's like stopping me from like really truly living my life. And as hard as I try, it feels like it's not good enough. Like, I'm no longer homebound. I just went the furthest that I've like gone in a very, very, very long time. And I want to give myself credit. I want to be proud of myself. But then it's like, well, I shouldn't because I didn't reach the goal. But you know what? Fuck that. Because I still did pretty well, all things considered. I didn't have a full on blown panic attack because I was like, I'm just meeting this person. I do not want to be like that vulnerable in front of them. That was going to be so embarrassing, right? Did I cry a little? Yeah, I did. Was I hyperventilating and like doing weird, grippy things with my hands and like, you know, did I take off my seatbelt at one point and I was like, I'm gonna jump out of the car? Yeah. I mean, they didn't like that. As, most people wouldn't. It's just that fight or flight, right? Fight, flight, freeze. And I was in that flight mode and I wanted to run the fuck away. And logically, it makes no sense. Logically, I know that it makes no sense. I don't know how to get past it. Besides like working on it, which I don't. I don't work on my agoraphobia as much as I should because nobody is patient with me enough, I feel like, to help me work on it. I can't do it alone. I need someone else driving with me. I need help. I need guidance. But then like other people don't know what to do either. I don't even know what to do except like desensitize myself to the whole situation. And it's hard too because like he was asking me so many questions about like how I was feeling, and in that moment it's so hard to describe like how I'm feeling or like what I'm thinking. Like, why are you so afraid? Like, what is stopping you? What thoughts made you want to pull over this time? Like, what were you thinking? How are you physically feeling? And it's like I told him like, well, in my head it was telling me that I was in danger and we needed to turn around or stop or like whatever. My head was like, danger, 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 get out of here. And they thought it was because like I didn't trust them and like maybe I felt like not safe with them. And I'm like, no, that's not the case, because if I didn't feel safe with you, I wouldn't even let you be driving me right now. I am very selective with who I get in the car with, right? That's another thing about agoraphobia. I don't trust a lot of people to drive me places because a lot of people don't know like the back roads I take or like certain precautions and stoplights that I avoid. And when I'm with usually like new people, I don't tell them those things. So I kind of just suffer through it, which is what I did tonight. I suffered through a lot of my fears. I got through a lot of things that like generally I would avoid. Huge stoplights, intersections, roads, highways. And yeah, I didn't make it to their house. And so they're disappointed. And I mean, it is disappointing. I'm sad about it because I wanted to. I wouldn't have tried if I didn't want to. But I guess because a part of me knew that it wasn't going to happen. But like, I even told them that before like they even drove here. I don't know. I even told them like, you're probably wasting your time because I'm probably not going to be able to make it there. But like they said, they just didn't know how severe my anxiety was. So I don't really know how to feel in this current moment. I want to feel proud of myself because I did a good fucking job. All things considered, me being in a car with a person I'm meeting for the first time almost a stranger. I mean, they're not a stranger, but like they at the same time they are. I'm in a new vehicle that I've never been in before with a person who I've never met before. At nighttime, it's harder for me at nighttime too. And I'm going down roads that I haven't been down in so long. And going through plazas that like I don't even know where the fuck I'm at. I can't tell you how many times I kept asking like, where am I? So yeah, to them, I didn't succeed. The end goal was, you know, I didn't make the end goal. But in agoraphobia, like, I feel like we have to give ourselves credit for just trying. And even making it, like, even just making it out the fucking front door. I remember when I was 14 years old, or like 18 years old, and I couldn't even like walk to my mailbox. I couldn't walk outside my front door. Right then, I just made it further than like I have made it in a very long time. I think I'm allowed to feel like kind of proud of myself. I don't know. But boy, do I feel exhausted now. And I broke my hair tie because I got so anxious. I was like, so, but that's the smallest, you know, worry. But yeah, so I don't know how to feel. Feeling really conflicted. That was my night. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I don't know.